Hey, welcome to Plants Are My Therapy. Today is a short video about, I just recently found out that they are different cultivars of peace lilies, spathiphyllums. That's not all entirely my fault. Every place I've bought peace lilies, from Lowe's, Home Depot, Walmart, and all those little garden shops around my area, they all just label the plant spathiphyllum. None of those plants, none of those labels had different names to indicate that they were possible different cultivars. But then I noticed that some of these plants look different. I like plants in my house, but I like bigger plants in my house because it makes the house look less cluttered. And I turned to peace lilies after getting frustrated with Chinese evergreens getting constantly reinfected with mealybugs. I never see any pest on peace lilies. Peace lilies can grow in low indoor light, but they will thrive in outdoor bright indirect light. So my usual routine was to buy a small little plant, pot it in a pot that's way too big for it, put it down the slope under a shaded tree where it can enjoy the fresh air and bright indirect light, so it can grow and thrive into this big, lush, beautiful plant that I can display in my house. But many times these plants won't grow tall and elegant. They'll just grow out and look like a bucket of leaves. They still look nice, but they look like a bucket of leaves. So I would have to go through this laborious process of dividing them and repotting them. This is how I believe peace lilies look their best, like a bouquet of thick, lush, beautiful dark green leaves at the tips of long stalks. It just looks, it looks elegant. It just looks beautiful, especially against the decorative gravel. All you need is just basic black pot and this plant just is a diva. It just looks great. I've had this plant for over 3 years and I've taken great care of this plant, but this plant is, this is as big as this plant has gotten. And I don't know where I've seen larger peace lilies, but I know I've seen them, so I've been trying hard to care for this plant, making it grow into the large plant that I've seen. This is the plant that I found, the Spathiphyllum sensation. The peace lily sensation. I've noticed this plant and I was wondering what plant it was because it looked familiar, but it didn't look like a peace lily. So I looked at it and it had a second name, Spathiphyllum peace lily sensation. Then I looked it up on the internet. There are a lot of cultivars of peace lilies, and this is the largest of them. This one grows up to 6 feet. This is a baby plant next to my plant, and look how much, it's almost as big, but these leaves are darker and thicker, and it just looks beautiful. I still love my Spathiphyllum, but I had no reason to think that there were different cultivars. I bought this Spathiphyllum, and now I'm thinking that maybe this is another version because there are also smaller versions of this plant. And I noticed that the leaves are more narrow, but I don't know if this is how they look as infants and then they grow into this, which is beautiful, and I've taken care of this plant as best as I could, but this is as large as it gets. This one gets up to 6 feet, and I only recently this week discovered that there are different spathiphyllums. Only this plant had a second name. All the other spathiphyllums that I had, all the peace lilies that I have, and by the way, they are poisonous to cats. My cat doesn't eat them. But all the spathiphyllums that I have were just labeled spathiphyllums, just plain peace lilies. So I just wanted you to know that there are different peace lilies. Thank you for watching. I hope to show you in a year how huge this plant has gotten. Please like this video, please subscribe to my channel, and if you want to leave a a comment, even just to say hello. I really appreciate it. It's very encouraging. Thank you very much. Aloha.